Hello. Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. Opens with a bingo, and I have... well, I have a consonant-heavy rack. And I have mingle here. Actually, it gives a bit too much back there. Maybe just Ginnell. 10. 10's terrible. What about Mengs? 14. Or Clegg. Yeah, I think I'll go with Clegg for 16. I have duplicates to deal with. Minoring. No, not quite minoring. But minor should sort the rack out. Minors for 14. Not a great pickup. I have the V's to deal with now. Pav. 21. Can I get rid of both V's? Viva through the eye. Not a great score. Varan. Nothing to go in front of Ago. Hoke takes a S and a C. A C. A var here, I guess, for 29. Actually, I have Vav here. I think that's a better play. Gets rid of both these. 26. That's a little bit better. Caperine, I think, is good. Perennia. Yeah, Perennia. Caperon. No. What am I thinking of? Caperon. I'm pretty sure this does combine with the C. Or is it Capeline? So Perennia doesn't play. What What about the L? Per line through the L. Agon is good, so SN plays would work. I'm just looking at the C because I really feel that it works with this rack to form an 8, but I just can't see it at the moment. Anyway, I'm going with perv. No, rack leave is too vowel heavy. Parev. $30. Okay, I go a little bit away from bingo territory here. So, still about a bingo behind. And pity I don't have another E for EU. Ioan. 25 or 34. Yeah, I'm just going for score. Draw fairly well. I have the bird component. And I have wood. I don't think I have a bingo here, but yeah, I'm going with wood. 36, draw the Q. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be bingoing for a while here. Board's tightening up as well. Opponent's got a lead and he'll be wanting to preserve that. So he'll be closing down bingo lanes left, right and centre. What have I got here? Bread. I'll just hang on to the queue for a while. Breedy. Yeah, 39. Quieting through an I. I have queen through this E. Alp takes an A. I don't think it takes an E, although it might. Opponent takes my Q spot. That's somewhat irksome. I don't have the O for aliquot. And what looked like a pretty promising position Actually, I'd have equating through an A as well, so it's just a shame that it hasn't worked out. Sank for 36. Frigate. Fruitage through the U. I wonder if that'll remain available. Is it fruitage, or am I thinking of... Oh, he's taken that out. Thought he might. Tar T with an I don't think is good. Frigate. No, Tar T. Didn't think so. Desperation Challenge. I have a G for going at the end of IN, so doesn't seem that helpful. Does frigate have an anagram? Because it doesn't. Noff is no good, but maybe... Rafe. Draw the X, but Grex or Xstart, not seeing a play across. I'll go with, Grex. Not quite cuticle. Rafe, I believe, takes a P. Lutic, no good. It's Lotic. Orlick is good, though. Steady. Not a bingo, but I do have the TY ending. I have the Y for going at the end of tart, if I did have a bingo. Zetas and cheese wouldn't be bad for 30. Just to keep the score rolling along. I have about 3.5 minutes. Well, that looks very bingo-y to me. One tile in the bag. I mean, if I was to... Let's say I played steady here, right? It takes out that bingo lane. Doesn't really create... It would have to be a really fancy overlap there. It takes out this bingo lane and that bingo lane. And I think... Yeah, I think this is the play. And I'm almost certainly going out with the one I pick up in the bag. So I'll go with this. Do I definitely not have a bingo? Yeah, I'm going with steady. What does opponent have? I'll bet no good. I don't think I can go out. That's fine though, because reft us. Oh, I might want to get rid of the M rather than the T. Dim, if opponent doesn't take that spot. Men, I can definitely get rid of the M, but where best to play it? Yeah, dim or men. I don't think reft 5, 6, 7, 14 points, but then minus 6 is 8. Yeah, it might still be better to play reft rather than men, because that'd be 4, 5 minus. Yeah, I think reft is the better play. Bien. Okay, now I will play dim. Yeah. Alright, and then opponent goes out with blank DI somewhere. Be interesting to see if opponent did have a bingo there from Tot. Okay, opponent hasn't gone out. So reft for 14. So that's the end. 376 to my opponent, 395 to me. And let's have a look at what we missed. My opponent to go first, and lists was best. A few different bingos. He went with tinsels. Seems fine. Legmen for 15 at J7. Getting the M tripled. Legmen. CN. Okay, I went with Clegg for 16. Better score, but slightly worse rack leave. Soakage, another bingo on offer, and soakages in various spots. Opponent overlooked that bingo, and then Morn for 13 with the best possible rack leave or norm, but 10H, so Nom and Morn. I went with minors. Okay, it did offer a few floaters, so maybe it wasn't best, but I just thought clear out the rack. But actually, in retrospect, I like the rack leave of INR, so anyway, not a huge miss. Okay for 56. Okay, EH 8A. Nice. He did have a H play, so I did identify that as a hot spot when I played it, but I thought not terrible as far as danger stakes go. Opponent went with Hoke, which scored 36, and then Vav for 26 seems best there. Zeta for 33 was opponent's. That seems alright. Parev for 30 was mine. I thought I was missing a bingo through the C, but nothing on offer, so that's good. C floor bonus through the E. Wow, nice compound word there. 71 points. Opponent went with Flora for 26 at 2B. Ween was my play, that seems fine. And outsat for 33. Opponent scored the same, but went with oust. And then that gave back some score because of the hot spot. Wood for 36, but brew for 41 at 3C here. Brew, B-R-E, very nice. It would have given opponent a heavy hitting play there, no doubt. So I just wanted to take it out, but equity pretty similar. An opponent wouldn't have had much by way of high scores. He would have played pot or something. But anyway, no bingo for opponent. He went with up for 16. That seems alright. A slightly better rack leave with tan at 3B. Tan there. Breedy for 39 was my play. That seems fine. And then Taco Knight for 72 through the C was opponent's best play. He overlooked the bingo and went with tart. And sank for 36. Guchin for 39 at 10H. Okay, they're getting the Q tripled. It's a shame I didn't spot that. I would have gone for it. I would have gone with it for sure. 100%. Great play, great rack leave. Anyway, Sank wasn't far behind, although again it did give a few floaters for opponent to utilize, so not the best play. O'Hone for 23, opponent went with N, blocking my... Did he block... No, he didn't block... fruitage. I think fruitage is good. I need to check that. So I went with Rafe, but Freight, F-R-E-I-T, for 41 at 4A. Nice, F-R-E-I-T. Did give a bit back, so I prefer my play, since both P's are gone. And Preef, I think Preef is P-R-I-E-F, but I think P-R-E-I-F might also be good. I did consider that. I had a look at the remaining P's. There were none left, so I was happy with that play. Val heavy for opponent. He went with house, a volatile move, considering the X was unplayed, as well as the J. So, yeah, I don't know if perhaps just H-O-U there would have been okay. But anyway, opponent went with house. Grex gave me 60 from that floating E. And then Rogie for 27 was opponent's best. That did give back a little score to me. Tykel for 23. I went with Orlick for 23 as well, just to take out that bingo lane. And I still like Orlick, even though it had double T as a rack leave. Actually, now that I look at the T's in the bag, 8 tiles in the bag. Oh, there were no T's there, so keeping the 2 T's was fine. And then I just, that's from the opponent's point of view. He sees that I have 2 T's, but there were no additional T's, so I like that. Syed for 27. tricky one to spot. Saiyid. Sayyid. 14C. Okay, but giving a fair bit back, so a bit of a volatile play, although it would have brought him more or less level, 10 points adrift, but I would have had comeback plays there. Now, Doist for 38 at 5A, scores best. Oh, LB, Norries, wow, 38-point play would have given me 386. I would have had a Y on my rack. Opponent bingos and he wins. So, this was the crucial move where I thought, take out this bingo lane, there's a blank unseen, and in so doing I'm taking out the column N bingo lane as well, because steady takes nothing at the end. And tart, any hooks for tart, well, 6-letter play is the best he can do there. So I did like that. He would have had bindies possibly, or yeah, not sure. Anyway, oh look, noseband through the NOS. Noseband extending down onto the trip for 39. Would have been pretty close actually. I would have drawn him exactly level with 2 eyes on his rack, but then I have MT and I just play mat through his A there, so it's still a losing play. And then dim for 12, and that was the was that the end? No, that wasn't the end. Reified through Rafe. Oh wow, look at that. Reified for 20 would have brought opponent more or less level again, but then I have the T to go out with. Reft. So yeah, an interesting game, fairly balanced in terms of us scoring, and no one really ran away with it. House, I thought, was the turning point. The 60-point Grex play was, it could have even been worse, if I had an EX play across onto this trip, like a 6-letter play or something. So I thought it was unnecessarily volatile for a 28-point play. But yeah, it's hard to say, but the J and the X were both unseen at that stage, so I thought perhaps too volatile. Anyway, good game all in all. Hope you enjoyed watching that one, and I will see you next time.